Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And today I will present you about second language of acquisitions from a topic that I choose. And my name is Laili Rabiatul Adawiyah, and my ID number is 212-101-0616. Today I will talk about the individual variation in the use of the monitor. Okay, in the second language of acquisition, we have so much topic about the SLA because second language acquisition is one of way how we can knowing to learn the second language of the acquisition. Okay, today I will explain to you about the individual variation in the use of the monitor. Okay, what is the definition? The definition is a person who who use the self-correction in the second language production or second language learning. From this definition is talk about how was the person learn some language and it make the language as the second language. And from this individual variation is it showed that we was aware about the self-correction from the language. Next is what is the general characteristic of the monitor user? So the characteristic that we can find in this individual variation is the first is they will edit their second language output. Why? Because when we learn a new language that we make as the second language, so they will uh, try to edit the output. How can they manage to learn and understand the language? The second is there is a different type and amount of error. When we learn some new language such as English, we know that we use this English as our second language or foreign language, and if we still learn, we will find there's a different type and amount of mistake. And mistake we can call is as error. And the third is show and overt concern. The show of the overt concerns mean how you be able to use the language properly and how you can control yourself and how you can use it every day so you can understand the language very well. Okay, for the next is the individual variation from creation and also uh, the other author have mixed a case study of monitor user. So the case studies that have they have found from creation and pawn is there is a person uh, that we can call as P, and from here there's a result that over a 3 weeks period and about the 80 errors were tabulated and and also they found it able to communicate well in the both monitor free and edit situation. It's mean from the first case studies, uh, this person that have we name as P was a person that have really learned and knowing about English. And Christian and Pon have made some case study about this person for 3 weeks, 3 weeks period, and they have found some of the active errors that the person have do, and also this person was a person that known how to monitor itself, and even other person do some mistake, but the person can directly finding the mistake very well, and she or he can fix it well. Okay, for the next case study, there is a two person that named Ulin and Eva. This second case study was a two person that have a result when learn English, they can do a self-correction, and the second is they can describe her error as careless. Okay, from this second case study, it means that Ulin and Eva was knowing about English, and they can do about the self-correction, such as if they know how to speak and they know what is the error. From this error, it means they have do some careless, or in Indonesian we can know as tidak sengaja. Tidak sengaja karena telah melakukan kesalahan, dan itu adalah sebuah hal kebiasaan ketika kita mempelajari suatu bahasa. And from this second case study, it means that Ulin and Eva are trying to do the self-correction and also thinks more about the mistake. Jadi di case study nomor 2 ini menunjukkan bahwa Ulin sama Eva ini merasa melakukan kesalahan di case study ini, dan ketika mempelajari bahasa tersebut mereka menemukan kesalahan dan mereka akan mencoba untuk memperbaikinya dan akan sering berpikir bagaimana aku tuh harus menjadi benar. The next is the type of monitor user. Okay, there is three types of monitor user, and the first is optimal user, the second is overuser, and the third is underuser. So what is the type of this monitor user that we can know? Maybe all of you doesn't know about this because this was a first thing that we need to learn when we know about the second language acquisition. The first is the optimal user. What is optimal user? Optimal user definition is a performer who uses the monitor when it is appropriate and when it does not interfere with the communication. Okay, what is the meaning of this definition? The optimal user itu menunjukkan bahwa si pengguna ini telah mengawasi dirinya dengan baik ketika mempelajari bahasa tersebut. Dan setelah mempelajari bahasa tersebut, dia bisa mengawasi dirinya walaupun telah menemukan sedikit kesalahan dan bisa langsung diperbaiki. The next is the overuser definition. The overuser definition is they are all the time obsessed with the grammaticality of their speech. Untuk yang kedua adalah the overuser definition. Untuk pengguna yang kedua adalah overuser, yang berarti mereka ini terlalu obses dengan yang namanya grammatical, ataupun kita bisa menyebutnya sebagai grammar of their speech. Berarti di overuser ini lebih namanya mementingkan sebuah pengucapan, dan mereka berpikir bahwa di sebuah percakapan itu kita itu harus benar-benar mengucapkan hal tersebut tanpa memberikan sebuah kesalahan. Dan karena itu mereka akan berpikir bagaimana caranya aku tuh mengobrol ataupun berkata dengan baik. Seperti jika ada seseorang yang ingin bertanya, dan seperti contoh, where do you come from? ada yang artinya adalah kamu itu berasal dari mana, dan si orang ini berkata I'm from home, saya berasal dari rumah. Di situ kita akan mengetahui bahwa the asker ataupun si penanya ini akan merasa bingung. Aku bertanya kepada dia bahwa dia itu berasal dari mana, tapi dia menjawab seperti itu. Dan di sisi tersebut, yang menjawab itu akan merasa, oh, aku telah berkata dengan cara yang salah, karena itu bukan apa yang dimaksudkan. Jadi di situ dia akan berusaha untuk memperbaikinya, dan karena ia bisa katakan sebagai kepikiran karena takut pada kesalahan. Nah, the next is there is some case study for overuser. Okay, there is 3 person that have made an investigation. For the first is the Stafford and Kivich. Okay, we make this person as name herself as S. So the overuser that we know that they're really obsessed with the grammatical. Okay, the result is they speak very little, try to remember and use the grammar rules, and the third is does not trust her intuition about English. So the overuser means student or person that knowing about English but doesn't use English properly, and they just make grammar as important thing but doesn't use English appropriate. And the second is Birnbaum. Birnbaum have named the person as Hector, and the result is not a single length utterance and over 69 instances of repair. So from this result from the Hector, there is not found any single lengthy of utterance, and also this Hector have made some 69 instances of repair from the language that he have learned. Under-user definition. What is the under-user definition? Under-user are those who do not use their conscious knowledge. Apa yang dimaksudkan dengan under-user definition? Under-user definition ini adalah seseorang yang tidak terlalu mementingkan bahasa. What is the character? The character does not seem to use a monitor, does not seem to use the conscious grammar at all. The target language is spoken. Jadi untuk the under-user definition ini, yang pertama, mereka itu tidak selalu menguasai diri mereka sendiri dalam mempelajari bahasa. Yang kedua, mereka itu tidak menggunakan grammar sama sekali. Dan yang terakhir adalah target mereka hanya ingin meningkatkan speaking. There is a case study about the under-user. There is Stanford and Kavit. Okay, they have made 2 investigations. For the first, the name is V. The V is the ESL student, and he fails consist rule highly. So for this person that named V, he was a ESL student, and he had a value consists of rules highly. It means that the student have make a high value for learn but doesn't use it properly and doesn't make English like his daily life. And the second person we can name her as I. This person study English formally and she have a value consist. From this, the user studies for the name her is I. she was a study English formally but have a value consist. This means that she does learn uh learn and doesn't care at all. Okay, what is the conclusions for my presentation? There is three conclusion. The first is optimal user was a user that use the monitor when it is appropriate. The second is overuser that obsessed with the grammaticality of their speech, and the third is the underuser do not use their conscious knowledge. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for explanation and see you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.